Hello, and a very warm welcome back to our quiet corner of the internet. Thank you for carving out some time to be with us today.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. We know the world is loud and constantly demanding your attention, so we are truly grateful you chose to slow down and practice your English with us.
I am Emma.
And I am Henry. This is your safe space for improving your English through natural, everyday conversations, far away from stressful textbooks.
So, Henry, how has your day been? Have you been running around or taking it easy?
A little bit of both, to be honest. I had a few important meetings this morning, and then I spent the afternoon organizing my library, which is always a bigger task than I expect. How about you, Emma?
I am doing well, but I must admit I'm a tiny bit sleepy today. I stayed up way too late last night because I started organizing my digital photo albums and I completely lost track of the clock.
So you were perhaps letting time slip away from you a little bit.
Exactly. I definitely wasted some valuable sleeping hours. But I'm energized now because I always look forward to sitting down and chatting with our listeners.
It really is a highlight. It feels like we are all just sitting around a large, comfortable table with a warm cup of coffee.
Absolutely. And that leads us perfectly into today's topic. Before we let any more minutes slip by, we're going to talk about something crucial: how to stop wasting your time.
It sounds a bit intense when we say it like that. Time is the most valuable thing we own. When we waste it, we're giving away pieces of our lives.
That's a heady thought. But do not worry, everyone. We're going to approach this in a very gentle, stress-free way. No guilt allowed here.
Exactly. But before we dive into our cozy advice, we have a tiny favor to ask.
Yes, if you find value in our conversations, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is also on their English journey.
Especially that specific friend who always claims they are far too busy to study, but somehow manages to watch 4 episodes of a television show every single night.
We all have that friend. And if we're honest, sometimes we're that friend.
Very true. So, let us begin by defining what we actually mean. Emma, in your own gentle words, what does it mean to waste time?
That's a wonderful question. Wasting time simply means giving your energy to activities that don't nourish you, don't help you grow, and don't provide genuine rest.
So it's not just about being productive versus being lazy. It's about the quality of what you're doing.
Precisely. Imagine your day is a beautiful, empty garden plot. You only have a limited amount of soil.
A garden plot. I love that visual.
If you let random weeds grow everywhere, there is simply no physical space left to plant the beautiful roses or vegetables you actually wanted. Letting those weeds take over is like wasting time.
That makes perfect sense. The weeds take the nutrients, just like meaningless tasks take your mental energy.
And often, we realize it when it is too late. We finish doing something and suddenly feel completely drained.
Yes, that heavy feeling of regret. When you say to yourself, I could have used that hour for something so much better. That is the universal signal of wasted time.
Let me share an embarrassing story from just last week.
Please do. Stories are the best way to learn.
Well, I opened my laptop because I needed to check the weather forecast for a weekend trip. That was my only goal.
A very simple, responsible task.
Exactly. But on the weather website, there was an article about a celebrity's new house. I clicked it. Then I started looking at expensive furniture online. Then I was reading reviews of fancy coffee machines I will never buy.
Oh no. How long were you in that maze?
Over 2 hours. I closed my laptop feeling completely exhausted. My eyes hurt. And the worst part? I still did not know if it was going to rain on the weekend.
That is the perfect example. It feels like holding a balloon, and suddenly you let go of the string and you just watch it float away. You cannot get it back.
Exactly, a floating balloon. After that afternoon, I realized I needed to be much more intentional with my daily routine.
Intentional is a fantastic word. It means making a choice on purpose, rather than just letting things happen to you by accident.
And today, Henry and I want to share some incredibly simple, practical tips to help you be intentional, especially with your English learning.
Let us start with tip number 1. Make a tiny plan. And we really emphasize the word tiny.
Yes, think of a daily plan like a grocery shopping list.
A grocery list. Let's explore that.
If you walk into a massive supermarket without a list, what happens? You wander down every aisle, you look at things you don't need, you buy random snacks, and you waste an hour.
And you probably forget to buy milk.
Exactly. But if you have a small piece of paper with just 3 essential items written on it, you walk in, get exactly what you need, and walk out feeling successful.
Many English learners make the mistake of walking in without a list. They wake up and say, "Today I am going to become fluent in English."
Which is a beautiful dream, but it's entirely too vague.
Vague means it's not specific or clear. It's foggy.
When a goal is vague, your brain gets confused. So instead, write a tiny list. Today I will learn 2 new adjectives. Or today I will listen to 5 minutes of Emma and Henry.
I have a personal story about this. A few years ago, I decided to read classic literature in French. I told myself I would read 1 entire chapter every single night.
That sounds exhausting after a long day of work.
It was a disaster. I would sit in my armchair, open the heavy book, and fall asleep within 4 minutes. I felt like a complete failure and eventually stopped trying.
Because the goal was simply too heavy to carry.
Exactly. So months later, I changed my strategy. I decided I would only read 2 paragraphs, just 2 paragraphs while the water was boiling for my evening tea.
And how did that change things?
It changed everything. 2 paragraphs took no effort at all. I never failed. And by the end of the year, I had read 2 entire books just by standing in my kitchen.
That is the magic of a tiny plan. It is your short grocery list. It keeps you focused and prevents you from wandering around.
Which brings us beautifully to tip number 2. Discover your hidden minutes.
Hidden minutes. I love the sound of that.
Think of your time like a grand, beautiful mosaic on a wall.
Okay, I am picturing a colorful mosaic.
To build a mosaic, you do not use giant, heavy blocks of marble. You use tiny little pieces of colored glass. One by one, those tiny pieces create a masterpiece.
That is so true. We often wait for a giant block of free time. We think, I will study English on Sunday when I have 3 free hours.
But Sunday comes and life gets in the way. Instead, we should look for those tiny 5-minute pieces of glass hidden throughout our Tuesday or Wednesday.
Like when you are waiting for the microwave to finish, or sitting in the dentist's waiting room.
Exactly. Most people just pull out their phones and start scrolling. They throw those colorful pieces of glass into the trash.
I have a colleague who completely transformed her English using only these hidden minutes.
Really? How does she manage that?
She takes a commuter train to work. It is exactly a 12-minute ride each way. She used to complain constantly about the commute, but then she decided to use it.
Her hidden minutes.
Yes, 12 minutes in the morning, she listened to an English dialogue. 12 minutes in the evening, she reviewed the vocabulary on her phone.
That's 24 minutes a day, entirely made of waiting time.
By the end of 6 months, she was speaking up in our international meetings with so much confidence, all because she stopped throwing away her mosaic tiles.
So for everyone listening, try to find one hidden pocket of time today. Even just 4 minutes can be a beautiful piece of your English mosaic.
Let us move to tip number 3. You have to add flavor to your learning.
Add flavor, because if it tastes bad, you won't want to eat it.
Exactly. Imagine trying to eat a giant bowl of dry lettuce. It might be very healthy for you, but it is incredibly boring. You have to force yourself to chew it.
But if you add a wonderful dressing, some roasted nuts, and some fresh fruit, suddenly you're enjoying every bite.
Traditional studying with grammar books can sometimes feel like dry lettuce. Your brain gets stressed, and when your brain is stressed, it refuses to absorb information.
So you have to add the dressing. You have to connect English to the hobbies and passions you already possess.
Henry, I know you love cooking. Did you ever use that to practice a language?
Absolutely. When I wanted to improve my Italian, I stopped watching translated cooking videos. I started watching authentic Italian chefs on YouTube.
That is brilliant.
I would pause the video, chop my onions, and repeat the ingredients out loud. I was learning the imperative tense without even realizing it, because my main focus was just making a delicious pasta sauce.
You were having fun. The language was just the vehicle for your hobby.
Exactly. So tip 3 is to stop treating English like a punishment. Add some flavor. Watch a documentary about your favorite sport in English, or follow an English gardening blog.
Now, Henry, we have to address the elephant in the room. Tip number 4 is about avoiding digital black holes.
Digital black holes. That sounds dangerous.
It is. A black hole in space pulls everything inside and nothing can escape. In our daily lives, certain apps or websites do the exact same thing to our time.
It starts so innocently. You tell yourself, I will just quickly check my emails while I drink my coffee.
And then there's a link to an online store. And then you're looking at shoes, and then you're reading reviews about the shoes, and suddenly your entire morning has vanished into the black hole.
You feel completely drained. So how do we escape the gravity of these black holes?
We have to create physical barriers, like opening an umbrella when it starts to rain. You do not get angry at the rain, you just protect yourself from it.
A digital umbrella. I like that. For me, that means putting my phone in a completely different room when I want to do 20 minutes of focused reading.
I use the airplane mode on my phone. If I'm writing an important email or studying a podcast, I turn on airplane mode for just 30 minutes. It creates a quiet bubble around me.
It's a simple boundary, but it saves hours of wasted time.
And finally, tip number 5. This might be the most important one. Resting is never wasting time.
We really need to emphasize this. In today's culture, people think that if they are not working or studying every single second, they're failing.
But we're not machines. Think of your mind like a guitar string.
A guitar string. If it's pulled too tight, it will snap.
Exactly. It needs tension to play a note, but it also needs to be loosened to maintain its quality. If you pull it tight constantly, it breaks.
When we push ourselves to study English for 3 hours straight without a break, we are pulling the string too tight. The brain simply stops recording the information.
I experienced this recently. I was trying to write a complex email for work, but I had a terrible headache. I stared at a blank screen for an entire hour just typing and deleting.
That's the definition of pulling the string too tight.
It was awful. Finally, I surrendered. I closed the laptop, went outside, and sat on a park bench for 20 minutes. I just watched the trees.
You loosened the string.
I did, and when I came back to my desk, I wrote the entire email perfectly in 10 minutes. The rest was not a waste of time. It was the exact tool I needed to finish the job.
That's a beautiful lesson. True productivity requires genuine rest, a balance of tension and relaxation.
So, to summarize our cozy guide today, make a tiny plan. Find your hidden minutes. Add flavor to your learning. Put up your umbrella against digital black holes, and remember to loosen your guitar string and rest.
And to make sure these concepts really stick with you, let's take a slow stroll through our vocabulary word tour.
Just relax, listen to our voices, and let the meanings settle in your mind. The first word is intentional.
Intentional. When you are intentional, you do something deliberately and on purpose. For example, I made an intentional choice to leave my phone in the kitchen while I studied.
Next, we have the word vague.
Vague. Something vague is unclear, unfocused, or lacking detail. For instance, telling your boss you will finish the project soon is a very vague timeline.
Our third phrase is hidden minutes.
Hidden minutes. These are the small, easily forgotten blocks of time in your day, like waiting in line. For example, she used her hidden minutes at the bus stop to review her vocabulary notes.
Next is the phrase digital black hole.
Digital black hole. This refers to an app, website, or activity that uncontrollably sucks away your time and attention. For instance, scrolling through short videos late at night is my biggest digital black hole.
And finally, we talked about being drained.
Drained. When you are drained, you are completely emptied of physical or mental energy. For example, after the 3-hour exam, the students felt completely drained.
Excellent. That completes our gentle word tour for today. Remember, you don't need to memorize all of these right away.
Just pick one phrase that connects with your life today and try to use it.
And speaking of connecting, we have a question for you to answer in the comments.
Yes. What is your personal digital black hole? What is the one thing that always steals your time? And what tiny plan will you make tomorrow to protect your minutes?
We genuinely love reading your answers. It makes this podcast feel like a real community.
If you found comfort and value in today's episode, please do not forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you for sharing your precious time with us today. We promise we will never waste it. I'm Emma.
And I'm Henry. Take a deep breath, loosen your guitar strings, and we'll see you next time.